My people, my friends, stop and wait. Let's go conversate at the Shades.
Yo, what going, peeps? It's the Shades once again. Welcome back to another episode. We're here with great individuals. We got the boy Prosper over here. We got the boy Adin over here. And we got a special guest, first time ever. Her name is Nicole. Yeah. So here's the thing. You're here to listen to us. So today we'll be talking about a special topic that we call self-discovery. Now, a lot of people may ask, what is self-discovery? Well, first, let me tell you, before everyone else says, according to some places that I've discovered, they claim that self-discovery is a process of understanding your true self, your values, your needs and wants, even what food you like and dislike, apparently. So I put the question out there for the group. What do you believe? Wait, let's start with Nicole. Nicole, in your mind, in your heart, what do you believe self-discovery truly is?
Like how you say, using your words, right? Self-discovery is knowing oneself, okay? It's knowing what you like, but from my perspective, I would say self-discovery is more about knowing your purpose in life, like from a broader perspective. I don't know about Adam, what do you think? I put you on guard. Oh my god!
Bro, this.
What do you mean?
Bro, why are you stressing? Bro? Say whatever, bro. Oh my days, bro.
I'm ready. Alright. I think I might go with Nicole with that because it really shows that like what you have to go through to actually figure out who you really are. You understand? Like the process of going through all of that, like the journey and all that. That's the whole point of self-discovery.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yo,
That's
Prosper, you got another? Do you got another?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go on.
Nah,
first.
I don't
Okay.
got time for that.
Okay. Well, I think life is like a big mystery, and all of us human beings have to go and find our own answers. We all have our different roles that we have to go through. We might meet other people in the road, but at the end of the day, we have to find that self-discovery on our own ways.
Okay, we spoke about knowing oneself, right?
Of course.
And self-discovery. So the question is, how do you discover oneself? That's something that I would really like to get more insight about.
I think with a lot of trials and tribulations.
That's such a biblical answer. Listen, how do you discover oneself? How do you discover yourself? See, that question is an interesting question. Why? Because when you're asked on the spot without preparation, you have to really think about it, because usually we don't really think about our own journeys. Like, you might have goals, you may have places you want to be, but you don't really think about your growth from day to day. Let's say, okay, how do I discover myself? Basically, I have to, what can I say? Look at the things that I've done and really assess myself. Like, not just simple things like going somewhere or doing something, like the small things. The small things that we do are really key to discovering myself. Let's what can I say? How you feel, what you feel, who you feel for, or what you do, who you do it to, what you do, those type of stuff. I don't know if I make sense, but I'm just rambling. But whatever you feel, whatever you think you understand about yourself, you really need to analyze it. Yeah. What else? How to discover oneself? Just think about what your preferences, your styles, your motives. What is your motive to wake up? Like, why do you do the stuff that you truly do? Like, because we usually do stuff to impress others or because of others. So you have to really think about why you actually do them. Like, why are you doing it to impress this person, to impress this person, to impress this person, or because of this person? What do you do for yourself? We rarely think about that. So yeah, just think about what you do for yourself, and maybe you'll be on your way to the self-discovery journey. Yeah, that's my point of view.
Wow, that really hits deep.
Thank you.
What's your take on that, Prosper?
You know, you said a lot of words that really got into what it really means about self-discovery, and you know, a lot of people can take that in a strong way, and I really think how you said it can really help begin that road. Again, I'm sorry if I'm going too biblical, but I honestly think it's like a trials and tribulations, because when you tell me about self-discovery, I think of it like a hero's journey, you know.
The question is, do you have time to actually go through the trial and the tribulations?
I think it's not about giving time. Time itself is part of the trials and tribulation. What will you give time to?
Adin, what do you think the first step, if you want to like start the process, the journey of self-discovery, what do you think the first step is, according to you?
Well, me personally, I think it will depend on the goals you set, like throughout life. Because once you set those goals and how to achieve them, like the whole process of getting to those goals you set, that's basically self-discovery. So it should.
Yeah, it's basically like you have to know how you're committing to them. Like if you're truly committed, like the first step is commitment, basically. So as you said, the needs, the goals, the wants, the motives, everything. The first step to discovering oneself is to commit to those and to fight hard and work hard in order to grow. Yeah? Yes.
I think there's a step that precedes knowing the goals and motives. You spoke of motives and Adam spoke of goals.
Yeah.
I think the first step to self-discovery is self-identification. Like, who are you? Okay? And what are you here for?
Here as in the world, huh?
Exactly. Because my definition of discovery is purpose. Like, and fulfilling your purpose means fulfilling destinies, helping people and everything like that. Making sure that people actually get where they're meant to be, like they reach their destiny. So you have to know first before you set the goals, because you might set a goal. It's like business-wise, right? Let's say you didn't define the company as it is, right? Then you set goals that you know it's way beyond your resources or capacity to actually achieve it.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's a question for you guys. Do you think, like, I think it's like one of the. Okay, fuck, I forgot the word. I think usually people would think that the best time to find the self-discovery is when they hit rock bottom. Do you think that's really true? That you can only start your self-discovery once you hit rock bottom?
That's not necessarily true, because the people who discover themselves once they're actually on top of the world. You understand what I mean? For example, there's a rich ignorant guy out there, right, who has no idea of how the world works outside money. You understand? So now, for him, maybe he goes through a challenge in life, or he comes across a certain individual, a certain person who doesn't really have money for that matter, and teaches him like more to life than money. You understand? So there are people out there who actually discover oneself without actually being rock bottom. Because if you think about it, right, if you actually, but it will depend though, because when you say rock bottom, what do you define rock bottom as? Do you take it in terms of wealth? Do you take it in terms of mental or physical ability? When you talk about rock bottom, what do you mean?
I mean, just maybe like just a broad view of just failure.
Being at your lowest.
But there are people who are at the lowest while they're really high.
Yeah, that's still rock bottom.
Yeah. In whatever version you believe you can explain for.
Then I don't think you have to be in rock bottom to actually discover yourself.
Nicole, how about you?
As the representative of the soft life gang, I don't believe in hitting rock bottom to discover oneself. I'll have to agree with Adam on that.
Yes, sir. For the people. Well, basically, self-discovery in itself can be summarized by one whole quote. When we have an expectation of self-discovery, we will surprise ourselves with what we can uncover. The effect of this subtle and intentional type of listening is that I will peel back the layers of my defense mechanisms, just like peeling away the layers of an onion. In that process, I discover more truly who I am. If you don't think you understood that, I mean, actually, did any of you understand
I
that?
think I got it. Maybe what they're trying to say is like, when you're on the journey of self-discovery, you need to be true to yourself. Like, you shouldn't conceal, try to keep up a personality that's not yours. You should be you. Then maybe you'll discover what you're really meant to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, from what you said, I think maybe you should like put yourself in the third person point of view. Like you take yourself out and then you talk to yourself or look at yourself and see what you've done or what you're going through that might actually define who you really are.
I like that.
Okay, how do you see?
Yeah. Say what going to yourself. Prosper,
I agree with what they said.
you agree?
Yeah.
You agree that you're a layer of onion, huh?
I mean, I think all of us are a layer of onion, and in the middle, in the center, we find self-discovery.
That's beautiful.
I have a question. Not a question. I don't know how to put it, but do you think you're supposed to have your life all figured out when you're a young adult? I think that is a sector of self-discovery. Having your shit together.
Okay, let me take this one. As we are all young adults, I believe so. We normally, not ourselves, but mostly because from our parents and grandparents and people, the pressure is put on us to figure out what you must do in the coming years of your life. The thing is, right now is in our 20s is the age to focus on what we're doing right now. Because if we start imagining what might be in the future, we might miss so much from now. And that will be a shame because we don't know how long we have in this world. I know that's pretty deep and dark, but it's true. We may be young, we may see that, we have a lot of years ahead of us, but it can go away anytime. So I suggest start right now. Start whatever you need to do to know more about yourself, like yourself personally, not yourself in the eyes of others, like right now, because it will help. I believe it will help, and you might grow from that. So that's the message for all young adults out there. That's my side. Yeah.
So, like, if you're in your 20s, you're supposed to have it all figured out.
No.
Oh,
I think that's bullshit. I think the only time we can actually know our true selves is in our deathbed, because after that we can just look through our past, because there won't be enough future to like change anything, so we can really truly look into ourselves.
That's
Before
pretty
it's
dark, dude. That's pretty dark. like nah, bro.
That's bad, bro. Come on.
Bro, like,
Is everything okay?
I said, nah. I hear you, but nah. Like the deathbed thing, like we all look forward to what happens next. If you're certain that you only have your past behind you and nothing in front of you, then what's the point? Like, what's the point of all this? What we're talking about?
I'm just talking about self-discovery.
Yeah.
How about discovering who you are? How do you know who you are? It's like
How are you gonna
are.
discover
How do you discover yourself
When you're
by-
dying.
when you're dead?
Exactly.
Like you're about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
then
you
you
look-
finally
you
go
look through-
look through your
okay.
past.
I
you
get
know?
where you're coming from. Like Prosper's trying to say, like, you know how in movies, right?
Mm.
When like what the Grinch stole Christmas something, the three Christmas ghosts, yeah.
Mhm.
The kid who didn't
That's
believe in
Christmas
Christmas.
Carol.
Really? Okay. What he's trying to say is
I
like
mean, those angels.
you'll have the ghosts of past,
Yeah.
present, and future.
Future. Yeah.
So by the time you're dying, you're on your deathbed. You visit the past, and you actually see the life you've lived isn't what you were supposed to do. Isn't such a good life. So you discover maybe I was supposed to be a different person.
Then that's not really discovering yourself because it's done.
You discover when you're about to die.
Deathbed vibes.
Yeah.
Safe.
Anything you want to add, Aiden?
No.
I mean, but if that's it, then that's it.
It's a really hard topic.
Yeah. We had a good discussion.
But at the end of the day, I think you just have to live life, you know? Like,
Yes, sir.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
Vibes
It's all
every
about
day.
the vibes.
Every day.
exactly.
Yeah, listen, just go out there, discover yourself, and let us know.
You know when you know.
Let us know if you lived through it. Let us know if you vibed all the way. Let us know if you failed, because failures are welcome over here, and we appreciate if you have made it this far. Danke Sean, thank you, and yeah, bless. This is Shades. It's been a pleasure.